So if your morning starts out with your laptop sitting on top of a box of network cable with me sitting on the floor next to my server cabinet, you can probably guess that mistakes were made. But when I make mistakes, and they make for fun videos, right? So I updated pfsense to the latest version, but I did so first by breaking it, and if you follow the instructions and you do a little RTFM like people are always saying to do, it does help. I was running the development version of pfblocker and it broke, and I said, hey, I'll just ignore that message and reboot as opposed to actually removing it like I should have before doing the update. The good news is, all it took was a thumb drive and I was rescued. And how that worked, I'll go over real quick. So pfsense became unbootable because it broke PHP in a way that it couldn't start because it was looking for things that weren't there. I'm sure there's probably a way I could muddle through the command line and figure out what things were broken and start removing them. That is probably an option. But something really nice about the way pfsense works, when you make horrible mistakes like that, and I did have a backup, you can just reinstall pfsense and restore the backup file. That's an easy way to do it. Another way to do it is when you're doing the installer to run the rescue config. Now this is really cool. If you haven't seen this feature, it even crosses versions. So I was on 2.4.3 and I loaded 2.4.4 in a thumb drive, and all you have to do is run through when you're going through the installer and grab the option that says rescue config. Now when you do the rescue, it actually goes ahead and loads pfsense and then reuses your XML file, so you don't even have to reload from your backup. But if you do have to reload from your backup, also no big deal. You get pfsense set up, you restore the backup file, and you're back up and running. And I'm just starting the video here, so now we're going to talk about pfsense 2.4.4. Okay, that video was recorded September 24th. It is now September 26th. And I'm talking about that because apparently there are some issues. Now, good news is they're not unsolvable, and our system is on 2.4.4, and we've upgraded other systems to 2.4.4. But some of the packages that require PHP 7.2 are breaking if they're installed when you do the update. And I'm not 100% clear on the whole mess. I do know my solution before I've updated some of the systems, and you can follow the solution as well, is you go here to Package Manager, and this is already a 2.4.4 system, but you can simply delete a package, upgrade your system, and then reinstall the package, and it seems to be perfectly fine. And this is what we did. So I did the rescue XML, and it actually fixed everything for me. And I thought it was just related to the fact that I was using development version of pfblocker NG. But apparently, I've seen people talking both about the Acme and pfblocker NG, both breaking it because of a PHP 7.2 dependency. So there's apparently some cross dependencies problems that were with pfsense with the version updates. But if you're doing these updates, the ones I am aware of at this moment, and based on the bug reports here and this entire discussion, which I'll leave a link to so you can read through it on Reddit if you want, talking about some of this. And Netgate does have replies because the person was rather upset. And of course, sometimes in IT people get upset. And it's hard to stop yourself from doing this, but they want to bash and completely on the product, and it's the end of the world, and it's a big corporate company who screwed me over, and I'm switching out every firewall I have because they don't work right anymore because they had an oversight. Mistakes were made, bug reports were filed, priority high, targeted version 2.44p1 to fix this issue. So what I'm trying to do is send out a warning that if you have this problem, before you do the update, go ahead and remove packages like the Acme installer and the pfblocker NG. Remove them. Make sure the settings are retained. Do the upgrade to the 2.4.4, and it seems to be working fine. I tested that in my lab here, and so far we've tested it with a couple clients, removed, updated, reinstalled, and I'll keep you guys updated as I go. But so far, the other ones we've updated have worked. At least this is something you can think about, and at least we know that pfsense is aware. A bug report has been filed. There is a solution, and like I had mentioned, if you load it on a thumb drive and choose rescue, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. Now, a little bit deeper explanation of rescue.xml and what that option was. When you're running pfsense, and it crashes, and you boot it off a bootable thumb drive, for example, with the new version, even though it's one version newer, you could use the same version, it would do the same thing. When you say find rescue config from a previous one, it asks you what hard drive it's on, and you tell it, and it finds your config file in the broken pfSense, grabs it, and finishes the install with your XML file, so everything just works. And that's what we did, and saves you the trouble of having to re-upload everything back to a working state. So you can just go here, go diagnostics, backup, download this file, reload pfSense on a machine, re-upload this file, and it'll restore completely without any problem. So that does work as well, doing it that way, but saves you a step. If you can read the hard drive, you can just pull the rescue config. Now, just one side note, when it does pull it, it still erases the whole system, so you do lose any logs that weren't pulled in from the backup, but at least all the configurations there. And once again, always backing up is a huge thing. Make sure you're doing that and pulling that. But that's been my experience so far with the pfSense 244. I'm going to do a separate video on the coddle, which is the feature that I think I most like about the new pfSense to help reduce buffer bloat. I'm going to do a separate video on that, so look for that coming soon. Thanks. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up. Leave us some feedback below to let us know any details, what you like and didn't like as well, because we love hearing the feedback. Or if you just want to say thanks, leave a comment. If you want to be notified of new videos as they come out, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the bell icon. That lets YouTube know that you're interested in notifications. Hopefully they send them, as we've learned with YouTube. Anyways, if you want to contract us for consulting services, you go ahead and hit launchsystems.com, and you can reach out to us for all the projects that we can do and help you. We work with a lot of small businesses, IT companies, even some large companies, and you can farm different work out to us or just hire us as a consultant to help design your network. Also, if you want to help the channel in other ways, we have a Patreon. We have affiliate links. You'll find them in the description. You'll also find recommendations to other affiliate links and things you can sign up for on launchsystems.com. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.